Yes, people, welcome back to the First 11. Bit of extra time. We're talking anything and all things football. We've got Charlotte, Slens, the Winter Surfer, Andrew, Will. Prime's hiding because he's been saying something stupid, had to kick himself out, so he will be back. But we're going to talk football, anything of football. Bring things up in the comments, and we'll talk about them. Change the topic for us, change the subjects. We'd love to do it. We've got some people in the comments already. Val's here. Val's always here, man. He's always here. He thinks Liverpool are coming back next season and winning the treble. I can't see it. I don't think
that's Fanta. That's the best joke.
I think they're only making Europa League if they win Europa League 2. That's how I feel about it.
They win 3 games in a row, it'd be some kind of treble, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Prime, no.
What have we got here? Well, not having that. And he picked it as well, man. He's controlling from the back. Big up Charlie, One Rovers Vlogs, killing it on his channel.
Yeah.
Prime, you're the goat of chatting absolute shit.
I was going to say that.
Will.
I was actually going to say that.
I knew that was going to happen right away.
I was going to say that. That's why I stopped.
I think you should answer that question from I don't know who it is. But he has a handsome profile picture, but I don't know. I should
definitely not you then,
Wait,
Prime.
hang on, let me read it. Explain why Prime is the GOAT. That's like getting sense out of somebody who's like really ollie out. It's just not.
Yeah.
You're gonna get nowhere with it. Do you know what I mean?
It's asking why Timo Werner's a good striker. Like, it just doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
It's like
that.
It's like,
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. We can do a whole show on this.
Just to clarify, I would like to join in this part of the show, and this is the part that I agree on.
Man,
I've spent so long. I keep saying this. I've been trying to teach Werner what a goal is. I took him to Spec Savers, thought that might be the problem, and then I took him to like. And then what? Oh yeah, I drew him a diagram of what a goal is, and I measured it out so he knew that it wasn't rugby he was playing. He didn't have to go over the bar. He had to actually get it in the back of the net. Then I had to show him what a net was.
Listen, I warned all of you Chelsea fans on the terrace before he even signed the papers. I was being told, "Nah, you don't understand how good he is." I'm like, he's not gonna kick off like first season. It's not gonna happen. Next season, maybe you'll get the best from him next season. I don't know. But what I find really funny as a Man United fan and listening to Chelsea people, especially like with our terrace group chats and other football group chats, is how not you lot, but a lot of people, and Prime will know who they are, we're giving it the whole big, Timo Werner, you don't know how outstanding he's going to be. Like, he's going to be killing it for seasons. Do you know how old he is? And now Chelsea fans are all like, I can't wait to get Haaland. You don't know how good he is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's quite funny when you think about it.
Indiana.
I'm the only Chelsea fan who. I mean, I've watched Werner for years, and I've wanted him at Chelsea, but I still didn't get gas because I know first season.
Yeah.
And Chelsea fans want Haaland, and I don't.
That's a big question, actually, because you're all Chelsea fans. Can I ask you this quickly?
Yeah.
Do you think Chelsea will take the risk on another player from the Bundesliga coming in and blowing the budget after, the way Havertz started off? I know he had COVID, so maybe a little bit different. But Werner coming in. Do you think they're going to take that kind of risk with that money?
No,
because Haaland is.
I'm quite happy with Kane.
Haaland is generational. That's why. It's
the same I'm quite happy with Kane.
Listen, Charlotte, if you can sign Harry Kane, he is perfect. But he would.
Exactly.
I know
this is my
it's a tough
point.
deal to do, right? But he is.
No, I'm not saying that.
Chelsea.
But he's already adapted to the Premier League. We already have seen how he plays, and for me, him and Son are carrying Spurs at the minute. So for me, Kane, I would. Do you know what? I'd even take Son too. Like, I wouldn't even complain about that. But that's just me being greedy.
Charlotte, do you know what the 5 biggest things are about Spurs? Harry Kane, Jose Mourinho, Maya, Ceballos, Mel, and expressions. That's it. That's it.
Actually, no, they're big in the NFL because their stadium as well.
He just sent a subliminal shot there.
Huh?
Nothing.
I actually didn't hear you.
No, but Son.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Big up Rachel in the chat as well, part of XI.
Kane's more of a dream than Haaland. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kane's like
yeah,
a-
he must
I'd
be.
happily take Kane.
I'd
For
happily take him
me,
as
for
well.
me
Levy-
personally,
There's no
for me
way.
Levy and
personally,
Roman don't get
In
Haaland.
the
along.
list,
Yeah,
in
but
the
we're
list
not
of-
getting Haaland.
but in the
We're
list
not
of
getting
strikers,
Haaland. Let's
in the
be
list of the three
realistic.
strikers,
Man
the big three
City are.
strikers we can get. The first one is Lukaku. Yeah.
Fuck
Second
no.
one is no. This is not me endorsing. I'm talking like we can reality that we can actually get.
I'm endorsing. Go on.
Lukaku, Haaland, and Kane. But Kane's a very distant third. It's
No,
like mountains.
Danny
between the
Ings
second-
is
Just to
pretty-
clarify
Danny Ings is
something.
pretty-
No, hold on.
Aguero, sorry,
For
Aguero.
me,
He's better
for
than
me,
Timo, to be
for
fair.
me personally, there is only out of those four players you've named, the realisticness is us getting one of them, and that one of them is Harry Kane.
Well, you're not going to get all
Personally-
three, are you?
No. The problem is that I believe that now Aguero's left, which is what I assumed would happen. Like every team, any team, even you, Indiana, that says they wouldn't want Haaland is you would want Haaland,
man.
but like I
Silly.
think everybody wants Haaland, but I think he will go to Man City personally, like because his dad is like I've sat back and thought about this for a while, and his dad is very influential.
I've been dreaming about him as well, Charlotte. Don't worry.
But Kane for me is probably our best target. I mean, Lukaku, man. Do you know what my problem is? Is that we're looking at Lukaku succeeding in Serie A. We're not looking at Lukaku succeeding in Premier League.
He did at West Brom and Everton.
Look at Lukaku at Man U.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, his goal return was very good actually. It's underrated.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying if you look at him in the Premier League, he wasn't awful, but he wasn't good.
He was world class.
He wasn't the
16,
greatest.
17, world class.
Look at him now.
World class.
I think he's very underrated. He's just
Very
not the player that you want to come and drop deep and link up the play all the time. Like actually, that comment, wherever it's gone, it was up. Kane is gaining a really bad trait of dropping really deep to get the ball.
It's not a bad trait.
Indiana.
I don't think it's a bad trait because he's different to Lukaku, right? Because this is why I'm saying I think he's perfect for Chelsea because he's also very creative, intelligent footballer.
What I'll say about Kane is go on.
Sorry, do you think that Havertz could be a great partner for Lukaku?
I think Havertz would be. I think Lukaku would actually be a better partner for Havertz than Haaland would, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Think about this. When you look at Chelsea, right, and you look at the Mason Mounts, the Havertz, Pulisic, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner. Do you really want another young player in there, or do you want an established goal-scoring elite striker in his prime who's Premier League
Harry
proven?
Kane.
The truth is that if we're looking at it objectively, right, Harry Kane is the ideal candidate. But if we're looking at the realistic targets, we can't purchase Harry Kane because of the relationship of Spurs and Chelsea. The two owners. Let me just finish. The two owners just do not make business. Do not do business. Well, we've never had a transfer, a direct transfer from Chelsea to Spurs and vice versa in the Premier League era. So listen, a big asset like that, I don't see us purchasing him. But it would be a dream.
Do you know what? The only reason that I see Kane coming to Chelsea is on. I mean, there will be several reasons, but for me, we are capable of giving him trophies next season. If he comes here, he's going to get trophies in his first season. That's what he's wanted all along. That's going to be a big red flag. That's going to be like, do I stay at Spurs and deal with maybe not winning a trophy again? Or do I go to Chelsea where it's really guaranteed you're going to win something next season?
Yeah. Listen, people, please smash the like, share the stream if you can, subscribe if you are new, follow everybody's socials. Maybe Prime drop them in the description for me because I'm using my phone. But please like the stream and please subscribe if you're new. Please do that. Let's get into a few more comments. Let's get into link to Lukaku, not Kane. Okay, cool.
Wake up.
Matt, do you know when I started?
This is an interesting one. That's a fact.
When I started the Lukaku propaganda, I watched it was because Matt Law said that we were interested in him a couple of months ago. I can't remember what podcast it was on. It was like a Patreon podcast. And Matt Law
look, Gem's in the chat. Listen to Gem. Leave Kane is injury prone as Spuds. Gem, this is what I'm saying as well. This is what I think actually is a perfect fit for Harry Kane. What doesn't Harry Kane have at Spurs? What's the biggest problem with picking up injuries?
A suitable backup striker to him.
Rotation, right?
He plays too many games.
Rotation. He would get rotation at Chelsea.
And our manager,
which is why I didn't want him at United.
Our manager has just become great. Our manager has just become great at rotation. So we need, like, for me, Harry. Like, I'm not saying don't focus on just Harry Kane, but for me, Harry Kane is, for me, if you bring Harry Kane back, does he have to adapt to the Premier League? No. Even if we get Lukaku, he still has to come back and adapt, whether you say he doesn't or not. He's been playing in Serie A. There's a difference.
But
whether it's been for 2 seasons. I'm not saying it's going to take him as long as everyone else, but it's still going to take him a bit.
I think Chelsea will identify the right player for them. And also,
I agree.
I know about the whole Chelsea and Spurs thing, but player power is so powerful, man. If they really pushed for it and the money was right, I can't see Levy saying no. If he's going to go anywhere and Chelsea pay the most money, he's not going to say no to it. I'm sorry, I didn't think that happened.
You would have put that in his contract, the new one he signed. If Spurs finish out the Champions League, and a Champions League Cup comes in for me, I can speak to him, no matter what, something like that.
The thing is, Andrew, it's what Indiana said, is as soon as he requests a transfer, then his fee goes down by about 20 to 30 mil. So that's when it becomes more
Listen
reasonable.
to a gal. A gal's like, big up a gal. Please go and subscribe to EGTV. Kane is a big fish in a small pond. Listen to gal, I think if you got Harry Kane, you could secure 7th at least. What else he say? At Chelsea, he will be found out.
Wait, no, is this the same opinion you have on Haaland, Gal?
No, but when that makes no sense but Egal wants Jack Grealish at Arsenal.
I'm not going to lie. I actually agree with. I agree with the first point. We do lack the finish, but I think everyone at Chelsea has accepted that we have an issue with our. It's not that we can't get the ball in the back of the box. It's actually being able to
putting it in the net.
Yeah, exactly. We can do it.
We can
do it. It's just we miss shitloads of chances.
Can I make that? Can I? That thing about, I don't think people actually understand what rotation means. But Spurs, Kane plays every game. Yeah. And he also plays every game for England. Yeah. So he's always going to get injured. With Chelsea, he's not going to. He's
not going to play League Cup. He's not going to play League Cup.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Tuchel has.
Early rounds FA Cup.
It's like how Tuchel has handled the whole Kepa thing. Playing with the little games that aren't going to make a difference. Because we're going to win anyway.
And if we get in the Champions League and we win like the first 4 games, we're already through. Yeah. We haven't played the last 2 games of the last.
Hang on, let's also get into what Rachel's saying as well a minute. Big up Rachel, part of XI. Lukaku still has the technical issues he had when he played for United. West Brom, Everton, Italian league is slower and more forgiving for his bad touch and ball control.
Yeah,
I have to agree with that.
There is truth.
It's true.
To that. I'm not even. But if you look at other options out there as well, people believe for some reason that Haaland is the best. Technically is one of the best strikers in the world. He's a world class finisher, but his game outside finishing is very limited.
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
So it's a risk you might have to take. Because I'm sorry, Lukaku, his first touch might be off here and there, but if he's so much better technically than Werner, for sure.
Can I just say, I do agree that the Italian league is slower. But what I'll say on the other hand is that I do think it's a more technical league when it comes to defending. So I do think scoring goals is still impressive. Like the amount he scored is still impressive. It still shows that he is doing a lot better than expected. So that's what I would give him. That's what the positives.
I think I read he scored like 49 Serie A goals in 64 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Or some, or like
I think he's Inter's top assistant as well.
But the issue is that I was on another stream earlier today. The issue is not being heard. It's like people using selective hearing. Chelsea fans just say they want Lukaku.
What's wrong with you, Prime?
Chelsea fans who say they want Lukaku. I'm not saying they want Lukaku over Haaland.
Leave me alone, man.
It's just Lukaku is another option if we don't get Haaland. I don't want Chelsea spending half the window trying to persuade Haaland when we could just sign up Lukaku and then just build in other areas. Do you know what I mean? Go to Haaland. What do you want? Do you want to come to us?
And that is why I say I don't trust going for Haaland. I don't trust our board because we're going to end up signing him when we don't need him, and we won't fix the other areas of our squad. And because we have Haaland, people are going to expect us to win the league.
Prime, do you know what I think it is though?
I think we do need him though. Not needing him doesn't.
Andrew, everyone needs it. If you can get Haaland, trust me.
A conversion rate, yeah.
No, my point is with the players we have, focus on what we have. I think Kane suits our attack a lot more than Haaland does.
I agree with you, Prime. I've been saying this forever. Yeah. People, please smash the like, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you follow everybody. Please do that. I agree with you, Prime. Kane's all-round game. He's perfect for Chelsea. Listen. I'd be begging for him to come to Man United if we had other players we could rotate him with. But we haven't. He'll be on the bench.
Kane is perfect for most teams, though, because he's very complete.
I agree.
Do you know what I'll say about Haaland? Just one last point.
Go on, Stens.
If I was Man City, I'd buy Kane instead of Haaland.
So would I.
Yeah. I'd buy Martinez if I was City, but that's just me. I think he's perfect for them. That's my opinion. Stens, you were going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, when it comes to Roman, I'm looking at Roman. I think over the years, we've been linked to the likes of, obviously, like, this isn't solid links, but the likes of Messi, we've been linked to Neymar. What I think Roman wants, he wants that best in the world at Chelsea. He's been chasing that since he came in. I remember the pursuit of certain players. But I think he believes, and obviously the board believe, that this guy is going to be probably the best player in the world, best striker in the world, and they want him to be at Chelsea. So I don't...
You're quoting me there because I've said that.
I haven't heard you say that, bro. But all right, I'll quote. This is my friend Prime who said that, guys. Yeah,
we're not friends, bro.
Sorry. My acquaintance Prime.
That other guy on the stream. What's it say? I wanted to read this. Daniel Levy will most likely sell Kane abroad. He will not sell to a Prem rival. Yeah. Long shot, but I can see Poch reunion at PSG. I think Kane wants a Prem title.
It's not up to Levy working.
Do you know what? I think also the problem is, I think also you've got the problem of money as well. Money is important to Daniel Levy right now because you know how stingy the man is. If the man's going to sell something, he's going to be getting a profit from this shit and pocketing it all so he can't buy any players for Spurs. You know that's how he works.
If I'm being honest,
you know that if he's going to sell him, and if the problem is if you're looking at PSG and let's just say if you're looking at PSG and Chelsea offer more money than PSG, he's going to give it to Chelsea, whether it's PSG rivalry or not.
Spend the money for Kane of all people. they will if they want to break the bank for a player, they'll go and get Messi this summer.
Yeah, Messi seems to be the suitable.
Yeah, but you say that, right? But Aguero's off, so maybe Aguero wants the Barca move and to link up with Messi. Maybe that's part of that.
If I'm being honest, Indiana, I could see Aguero and Messi going PSG, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
That means Icardi might be on the market, and I'm all for that because I rate Icardi.
No,
I do like him. I like him as a finisher. I like him, not as a footballer. As a finisher in the box.
No. Obviously,
that's where I am with him. That's all I want at United is a finisher. I'm sick of watching Martial behaving like a statue all game. Sean, shut up. You keep spamming their same comment on my shows. And Sarcasm City.
I do agree. I know Rachel's,
deal with it.
Rachel's
big up Sarcasm City, man.
I do agree with them to a certain extent, and I'm not saying technically he's the best footballer in the world, but I just feel like with Lukaku, and I know if you look at Werner's goal return at Leipzig, it's very good. But I feel like Lukaku is less limited than Werner, and I think it's worth the risk to get a goal scorer like him. I think it's worth the risk. Plus, Inter are struggling with financial problems.
Yeah, no.
These
things figure themselves out. Yeah, ads.
Haaland is a brilliant player. He'll offer a lot and he'll offer great goal. He'll offer great goal scoring ability for sure. His conversion rate is 50%, isn't it? That's mental.
Well, I've got a question for you, Chelsea fans. Yeah, do you think that we have a problem in creating chances?
No.
Do you know what? We don't have a problem creating them because we can get it in the box and we can be creative in doing that. The problem is actually getting Timo Werner or whoever's in the box. I'm not just blaming Werner. We have other.
Well, this is a question for you.
I literally was just saying everybody, but the point is that it's the getting the ball in the back of the. Not actually just that. It's getting the right touch to get the ball in the back of the net. Because some of these passes, the crosses into the box or a pass in the box to the player are good. It's that final. It's the touch they have, and the touch they have to get in the ball in the back of the net that is an issue.
Charlotte, there's another side to this.
Hold on, I think it's both. In all honesty, it doesn't matter how many chances you create. It's the quality.
Yeah,
don't have that. If you can create 50 or 100 chances in a game, eventually you're going to score, so long as they're quality chances. You can create 5 chances in a game and score, so long as they're quality chances when you get them.
Yeah,
I think we lack the quality of our creation as well as the quality of our finishing. That's why I want. Kane.
There's a flip side of creation, though.
Yeah.
Movement.
Yeah.
Creativity is not just the guy on the ball. I keep telling people this.
Yeah, of course.
Like the reason why Lewandowski or Haaland score so many goals is because he's in the right place at the right time. Like the top strikers, they've like ones who like retired, have all been asked like, how did you score so many goals? How did you know to be there? I think Ian Wright said it actually, as well. I just knew where to be. It's instinct.
Indiana. What's funny is that Timo Werner's movement isn't.
Yeah.
I enjoy his movement. I do think his movement's good. So that's what's ironic about it. I just
can't kick a football. That's the problem.
If we want to go back and look at chances, how many chances people have had? If you look at it,
Werner's missed 16 big chances this season.
You know, but you've also got you've got Abraham, who's he's got 12 goals. Cool story. I appreciate that. Appreciate the 12 goals you've got us. But there is
the disrespect.
The more than 12 goals that you've missed. Now, I know he's young and I know he's still learning, but don't call for the ball, run at it, stop, and then be annoyed when you've missed the ball.
There's no excuse for being young. He's played 4 seasons competitively.
And then you've got Christian Pulisic trying to play rugby when he kicks the ball over the back of the net. Like
that's why.
Do you remember when Christian came on Fraud Watch?
I watch games where Werner has certain movements and makes certain runs that no one finds. The same way people at times don't find Havertz or
but Kane
doesn't play or Ziyech, and that's why I want Kane.
Kane would.
Not only can Kane give us 30 goals.
Can I ask you all this because you
15, 20 assists a season?
Wait, can I just say something?
Go on, Andrew.
I just want to say what you said earlier. We need that clinical finisher because we might only get 1 chance per game. I mean, look at that Leeds game a few weeks ago. Kai Havertz is past that ball. He has acres of room in the 6-yard box. 6-yard box, and he takes that extra touch. If that's Lukaku, Kane, or Haaland, they're smashing that in the back of the net. And
Danny Ings.
Wait.
Danny Ings.
Hold on, Andrew. Wait,
Andrew. It's all about taking it.
Andrew, who are you talking about?
Remember Kai Havertz, that chance against Leeds?
Okay,
in the second half.
That
was our only chance.
That's also due to being confident and being on form.
Yeah. But
I know. But what I'm saying is, if
that's
Haaland or Kane, if it's Kane in a Chelsea shirt, we win that game 1-0. Okay, that's the only chance in the second half.
No, he probably scores another one as well.
All right, but what I'm saying is, we only had that 1 chance.
But Andrew, all the chances Werner's missed this season, I can tell you last season a good portion of them he scores.
I understand that.
Listen, we got to get through the comments because there's a lot in there.
Guys, I will add one more thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and expect Lukaku, if or when he comes in, to not miss chances. He's missed 11 big chances this year. That's 5 less than Werner. So,
and that's why I want Kane. We bring in Haaland.
Where's the comment?
Guys, Kane isn't the answer though. The truth is, Kane isn't the answer here. Do you know who the answer is? It's Sancho. Wow. It's Sancho. He creates so much from the wing, bro. Like, we don't have many wingers who create chances. That's the truth.
I've been saying this. I've been trying to tell all these Chelsea fans this.
Slens, if we bring in Sancho, we will then need to fix.
You still got the tall Frenchman, man.
If we bring in Sancho, we will have to fix our right back or right wing back problem.
Right, let's get into this.
Sancho does well when he has an overlapping fullback.
Have Chelsea had any serious links to Varane or Rice since Lampard left?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want Rice.
I've seen one link with Rice where it's a swap deal with Tammy plus money.
Yeah, no, that's
just to clarify.
It was ludicrous. It was a weak.
Just to clarify something.
I
have an issue with the fact that Declan Rice is worth 80 million. He's not fucking worth it. Sorry, he's not worth 80 million. He's not. And anyone that tells me
there's context behind it.
At West Ham he is. Yeah. You're playing in a West Ham team. Not a Chelsea team, not a Man United team, not a Liverpool team. Well, I take back Liverpool. A Man City team. Like, you're not playing in these kind of teams. It's different to West Ham. So anyone telling me he's worth 80 million, no. At West Ham, yes. But if we're not going to get our money's worth 80 million,
it's the English quota.
Like 20
it's the English quota, Charlotte. Like,
20 or 30 million.
No, it's true, but I'm saying it's the English quota. Like, number one, that's that. Number two, it's what he's worth to West Ham
as well.
But wait a minute, with Varane, to answer Danny's question on Varane, I've seen one link to Varane, and it's from a kid.
And Rice.
Here's a good question.
Yeah.
If Dortmund get Champions League, do you think he will stay for one more year, or do you think and trigger the release clause, or do you think the deal's just going to be like such a big deal now? Teams are going to go in hard for him, and he doesn't want to miss the opportunity, and not he would really, but wants to go now and win trophies right now.
If Dortmund get UCL football, I'm confident he stays for another season.
And they just leave because the reports out of Dortmund are, if we get Champions League football, we can keep one of Sancho or Haaland, and we all know Sancho definitely wants to leave.
Yeah, Sancho will leave. If Sancho will leave first for sure.
Do you know what? I have a problem though. This is my problem. I don't like Champions League wise. I really don't. I'm going to be horrible here, but I don't see Dortmund getting past Man City. Sorry, not sorry. I don't.
That's not popular. Yeah,
can I ask all your opinions? Sorry, Charlotte. I need to know about this because I need to clear this up. Your thoughts on Martial as a striker? Would you if he was available? Would you take him for Chelsea?
Absolutely not. No, thank you.
Yes.
Here's what I'll say about Martial. Yeah. The way I measure a player, the way I rate him, is how, number one, obviously as a striker, it's difficult to say, but the way they operate in small spaces. I think when I look at Werner, like close control and also technical ability, when I look at Werner, I see like a big lack of it. So I'm not a big fan of it. But when it comes to Martial, I understand his moving off the ball isn't great, but what he offers on the ball, like we've seen against Man City, he can be a difference maker in the middle of the pitch, right? But I rate him because of his close control. I think he'd be a great winger, from my opinion. So I would take him if he was as a winger.
I'm asking, would you take Martial as a striker to win you a title?
No. Do you know what the problem is? Is that Martial, and I'm sure I'm just about to make the controversial comments here, but hey yo, some things never change. But he's so unpredictable. You don't know if he's going to turn up in a match. You don't know actually if he's going to make a difference. Yes, he has made some impact, but you don't really know if he's actually going to turn up in the game, and that's the problem. Is that if you don't have a reliable player, I don't really want him. Sorry, thank you, bye, done. I don't want him as a striker either.
Slens, you rate Martial because of his talent.
It's not. I don't say talent.
Well, that's why a lot of people rate him, but he doesn't. He doesn't perform consistently. When he drops in level, he drops massively. At least with Werner, if he's missing chances, he's still performing.
Yeah. The truth is, the only issue with Martial this season.
I wouldn't take Martial.
For me, the only issue with Martial. Sorry, okay, go on.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
No, sorry, Saints. You go ahead, mate.
Oh, sorry. The only issue with Martial.
I'm sorry.
That I see this season is for me. Number one is I think it's a finishing thing. It's a big confidence thing, yeah. And number two is his movement. I understand as a striker, what United require as a striker isn't what Martial can provide, because they need someone like Cavani who's going to keep running and keep making the runs.
And I just want to say, I'm surprised Will said yes, because Martial falls into what Will calls moments players. So I'm surprised Will said yes.
That's very true.
Here's the thing.
I'm very surprised he said yes.
People forget this is not the first time Martial has had a terrible season. Last season he was good. The season before that he was equally as terrible.
How many goals has he scored in Indiana? 6 or something this season? How many goals?
Prime. There's context behind it, though. There's context behind it.
And there's context to why Werner has been bad this season.
No, of course there is. No. But at the same time, as I said, what separates Werner from Martial, for me as a football fan, when I watch football and I look at a player who plays forward, is a close control and technical ability. I understand there's a lot more to the game than that, but that's what I see in a player. That's what gives me.
They need a love child, right? They need a love child.
Yeah,
and then you've got a decent striker. For me, Danny sums it up for me.
I don't care about your
Kane's goal for England. Good cross, but wasn't a big chance at all. Made that goal with good instincts of how to attack crosses. I literally put that tweet out. As soon as I seen that goal, I came up on my phone. I wasn't watching it. I don't watch England that often. I was like, Man United, please just buy me a striker with instincts, attacks the ball. That's all I want to see. Like
Indiana, can I ask you a question about Martial? I saw a stat that I don't want to read too much into these stats, but apparently some of the games that he started, you guys have won a lot more games when he started than not. Do you read too much into that, or?
The thing is with Martial, so his hold-up play has improved massively. Weirdly, under Ollie, right? So his hold-up play has improved massively. It's what he does with the ball afterwards. There are times when I watch Martial in the box and I'm like, just attack the space. Like he doesn't even attack the spaces. He waits for the cutback all of the time. So I have frustrations with him because I know that a Greenwood would attack those balls.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be honest with you. I think a Jesse Lingard attacks those balls.
He does.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
So we talk about one of them. I can't remember where we are right now in terms of creation. I think is it first and second for fullbacks creating in the league or something. We create enough chances, but also those balls that come across the box where nobody's attacking them don't count as a chance created. So we are actually creating a lot more chances than people realise. My issue with getting a Sancho is cool. He scores a couple of goals, but we create more chances to be missed. If we don't have to get an elite level striker as in a Haaland, but Man United do need an instinctive finisher. I take a. Do you remember Jermaine Defoe for Spurs, right?
Yeah,
of course.
I take Jermaine Defoe right now. Just and go and get a top winger if that's the way around it needs to go.
You know what the difference is between this season and other season, Martial? He usually has spurts of 3 or 4 games where he scores in a row. And then he goes off the ball for another 4 or 5 games. He's not even doing that this season. He's not even doing that.
The thing is, Andrew, I don't hate Martial. I know. Yeah. I think his qualities lie in him running at players with the ball at his feet. Yeah. Like he's my favorite when he does that. He's my favorite player to watch.
Especially
I love watching him do it.
Yeah,
exactly. From that left side, I love it. Yeah. When he's in the box, I know there's a good chance we're not going to score from him. Yeah. And that's my issue with it,
Because in the end, you can't teach off the ball movement. It's something that you have. It's a footballing mind thing. That's what Cavani has that everyone rates. Yeah, I don't think Martial has that, and I don't think you can. Listen, he's 26, 27 years old. You can't train that into him now. It's too late. Do you know what I mean? So what you see is what you get from him when it comes on the ball. That's why I say as a winger, I prefer him there. But apparently, this isn't his preferred position.
Slens, that's what separates players. Is that natural instinct for movement in the box that that desire. All of these are things you can't coach. Instincts and desire, they're not coachable. Is a natural thing. This is why, talent-wise and ability, Martial has a much higher ceiling than Rashford. But in terms of a footballer, Rashford for me has a much higher ceiling because his desire, his work rate, what he puts in. Like for me, sometimes I watch Martial and it's almost as if he feels a bit sorry for himself that things aren't coming off. So my thing is show me something else, like work. Show me some work. I don't agree with United fans who think we should carry players. That's not. It's Manchester United. It should be a certain standard. And when you look over the years, Andrew Cole, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham, Wayne Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, Louis Saha, Martial doesn't fit in there.
Solskjaer.
It's true that Martial doesn't fit in that category when you look at elite strikers. Robin van Persie, he hasn't got the finishing ability of Lukaku. He hasn't.
No. You're absolutely right.
That's just where I am.
Indiana, since we're on United, just a quick question. Do you think, obviously you guys' biggest problem, like everyone knows, is a double pivot that everyone talks about when it comes to chance creation, like the passes in between the spaces, they don't do that enough. For me, one of the best to do that at United was Carrick. Do you not feel like Carrick should have a bigger role into like encouraging them or kind of like drilling that into them? Do you think he is?
Again, I don't think this is coachable. I don't think having that instinct or that ability to know where the ball is going before it's got to you can be taught. So where you're going to make that pass before that player's passed you the ball. I think go and check out Devil in the Details. Go and check out. He basically compared passing, so like not just pass completion, but every aspect of passing, right? Yeah. And McTominay was like at the bottom. Then it was Fred. Above them, you had pretty much Xhaka was clear of them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And this is where we are with it. And also on here, Rachel, on this channel, Rachel did an incredible thing on Man United system, and it's about vision. It's about awareness on the pitch. The reason we played them is to hide the deficiencies in the squad. You forget we haven't had Paul Pogba. You couldn't run for 3 months. He had COVID.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. We're second in the league, and if we had a Declan Rice, maybe an Ndidi, and Pogba playing next to him, maybe we could then play Van der Beek a little bit more. I don't know, but there's so many problems at Man United right now. The midfield, the engine room is a mess for me. It is a mess, but
that's why. Michael Carrick can coach these guys all he wants. Yeah,
he is doing one-to-one training with them.
That's what I mean. But he can coach them all he wants. It's about the execution on the pitch. The execution on the pitch. If they can't do it, they can't do it. Everyone keeps going. Oh well, some people in Man United community. Oh well, Fred's
27 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you know what, Andrew?
I mean.
Martial's 25 years old. Scott McTominay's 24, 25 years old.
Everyone like say, oh boy, Michael. No, I know he didn't mean it, but some people might go, well, Michael Carrick's there. He can coach them. He's one of the best players in Premier League history. Yeah. No, he can coach them. If they does it, he can go so far. If it doesn't compute in someone's brain, they can't physically do it. Yeah. Or they can't mentally do it. It's not going to happen.
Do you know what falls apart, right? Which not really falls apart is how someone like a Wenger, right? Arsene Wenger, when you got all those bringing the players in from France, there, Anelkas, Henrys, Vieiras, all these players. Why? He's the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he coach all these other players to be invincible teams? Why couldn't he coach all these other players to win a title?
Yeah.
Because you can only get so much out of the players you've got. That's true. That's just the way it is.
But you see, Indiana, though, that's to bring him back to Chelsea a little bit. And I know it's kind of a joke the way I run the Jorginho agenda, whatever. Like the way I bring him up, I praise him. But what I love about him is his composure and his intelligence on the board. People don't understand the sitting midfielders. Their role is not just to stop defenses, not just to break up play. It's also the pass that starts the play, that starts the goal, the ones in between the lines. And none of our midfielders can do that. Like Kante is an incredible destroyer in the middle, right? He's one of the best in the world, but he doesn't have that trait. Jorginho has that trait, and that trait is what makes you a fluid team. So that's why people like Jorginho, the Carricks of this world, the Verrattis, that they're so important to a team like Chelsea who want to be fluid on the ball. And if you don't have that trait, like someone like Fred, who's not composed and not smart, then that's it. Like you can't train it, you can't coach it.
Slens, I agree with you. KJ, I didn't bring Martial up. It wasn't me who brought Martial up.
It was me.
And also in the comments, he thinks I got a Martial agenda because I know he's not a striker. This is a guy who's bigging up Fred all season long until everyone was like, no, Fred is a problem, and then he's like, oh yeah, Fred's a problem.
Yeah, but that's KJ in general, though. He bigs up every United player, and they end up being bad. So yeah.
Nah.
What happened, KJ? What happened to the Avengers?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when United fans did that, the Avengers?
Actually, I do actually think that Martial is Iron Man, and we all know what happened to Iron Man.
He did.
Nah, to be honest, I told KJ it took the Avengers 5 years after Infinity War, but he didn't listen to me. I told all United fans that.
Danny says 6 goals in all competitions. That's pathetic. When Martial scores headers, he's standing still all the time.
That's correct. It's not as if he's jumping with a defender and getting a flick on header. His headers there's no pressure around him, so he's right.
We can talk about Pogba actually. Pogba,
wait, Indiana, can I bring up one thing before we talk about
he's
Pogba?
here.
Of course you can.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is everyone's thoughts on Liverpool signing QnA from Leipzig?
Who's Liverpool? I associate them as.
I thought Chelsea were going to sign QnA, if I'm being honest. I thought he was the one we were going to bring in. But
do you know what? He is the profile that Liverpool need, which is number one, the high line they play at Leipzig is similar to Liverpool. Number two, the composure on the ball, who's a ball-playing centre-back. But the main issue for me, when I was checking him out for Chelsea, he has an incredibly bad injury record. I think he was out for almost a year with an injury, and he's 22 years old. Is he right? 22. That's never a good sign.
I was going to say the injuries didn't look good. You can win games without a proper number 9. City might win quadruple without a striker and win the league with Europa Cup with number 10 up front. Cool. Then buy me some decent midfielders, a right winger, a great centre back, an attacking right full back, and cool. We'll do that. That's cool. But we're missing in so many areas. Not Ryan, because Ryan's cool, but a lot of people wind me up when they're like, well, Man City are winning the title without a left back. Man City, have you seen Man City's squad?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think it's madness.
City is an anomaly though, because what they do is they just pack out the middle area. Like even Cancelo joins the midfield and just completely dominates you in that area. So it's a very weird system. It's Pep again. Pep is just a genius when it comes to the system.
And but also if Pep brings a player in, he doesn't like him, the board also replace him for him.
Right, that's like Chelsea.
Like Chelsea, definitely.
Yeah, fine.
This doesn't happen at United.
No, get your money's worth.
There's like group chat beef on the chat, man.
It pretty much is. Come on now. Clearly, it's Ollie's fault. Martial won't move in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If we turn this into an Ollie out,
no, please.
Talk. It's never going to end. It's never going to end. Yeah, it's never going to end. I'm so glad we don't have to deal with that anymore, man. We don't have to deal with that anymore.
Oh my God.
It's all well and good. It's done for us.
What's a gal saying?
He's saying, can you coach decision making? You can't coach a player to decision making. I think that's what
No. Okay, cool. Yeah. Then I agree with you. What about Spurs? What do we think will happen with Spurs if they were to lose Kane?
Yeah, they're dead. Like what?
Do you think dead?
No.
That's big money coming in.
No,
they're going to lose Bale as well, right?
No, I understand. You're also. I don't think, and this is just my opinion on this now. I don't think Son's going to stay much longer if Kane goes and Bale goes. I don't, because he'll be holding this team. Okay, so you're looking at Spurs now. When was the last time they made a signing of over 80 million?
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Like
that would break their transfer record. They've never done that.
If Kane,
Literally, this is my point.
They
don't. If they want actual decent players, they have to spend the money. And Daniel Levy's the stingiest man I've ever met.
If they get rid
if you wanted that money, you'd have to go into his wallet, and the moths would have to come out.
Is a real Spurs signing? If they sold
Danny Ings,
Son, mate, yeah, well, that is one of them. I could see them going and getting Andre Silva from Frankfurt.
Oh, Andre Silva.
Yeah,
they've been linked to.
I don't like Andre Silva, but I mean, I could see them going for a player like Andre Silva.
To be honest, with Spurs, yeah, we've seen this scenario before, right? Like, we've seen the Bale money get spent on absolutely ridiculously bad players, right? Like, that was one of the worst transfer windows. I think the only player who survived from there is Lamela, and he absolutely stinks. So, I think it's all about. I don't know.
One was Ericsson. That was the only one.
I don't know if you can trust their board to actually buy the right players, and it all depends on who the manager is, anyways, next season.
KJ, I was positive about Martial. I said he's my favourite player when I want to see him running up players, and he's incredible at it. I think that's pretty positive.
No. Indiana, he was talking about me. Say something positive about Martial. All right, positives about Martial. I think he's got good link-up play. I think when he's on form, he's amazing. He's got good technical ability. I don't think he should be playing as a striker, though. I think he should be playing as an inside forward with a target man type striker or a false nine. So kind of like a Giroud or a Harry Kane, where he's allowed to come in off the left and play. Oh, you are talking to Indiana. Okay, that's fine. He was talking to you.
No, he said I'm talking to Prime.
I was already. Listen, KJ, if you arrive late, that is not my fault. I am.
We'll sort your microphone out
when I see positive things.
Is it mine?
Isn't coaching. Ollie does not coach. He's left him with Ken and Carrick people. Every agenda with these, man. The positives you see in him. We've just been through this.
I think he's talking about me again. You're way behind.
In a way, KJ, I do have an agenda. My agenda is that I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm just over 30 years old, who has watched Man United win pretty much everything, and I want an elite striker at my club, and the guy who's playing there is not an elite striker.
He's talking about me with Martial. You're way behind in the chat.
So there's a comment here that's absolutely blasphemous.
You just said it was to me. You just said it was to me.
You're 10 minutes away. You're 10 minutes behind in the chat.
He said he's
that's
talking to
because
Brian.
We're chatting. I'm trying to get... Okay, let's start lower down.
Yeah.
What's this?
There's a good comment. Go on, yeah.
Go on. Is this the one you want or what?
No, there's a comment about Pogba for Fernando Hierro.
Yeah, it's about me and Pogba. Yeah.
No, that comment is ridiculous, though. I have to address it, man.
This one?
No. Go further down.
Pick it up.
2 more.
Pick up, man.
Fernando Hierro. No, further up. That's the one.
Oh.
This is...
Okay, no, I can't have
blasphemous.
that.
No, that's rubbish.
Blasphemous. You don't understand how much of a difference Pogba makes to the United system, man. Like, a double pivot of McFred and a double pivot with Pogba and anyone else is absolutely, like, it's worlds apart. It's worlds apart. You can tell the fluidity in United just completely changes.
The fluidity.
He's next level. He's special.
He's world class, man. He's world class.
I saw this on a tweet earlier. Sorry, India. I saw this on a tweet earlier because they like to make comparisons between Pogba and KDB, right?
Yeah.
I think Pogba can do everything KDB does. I don't think KDB can do everything Pogba does.
Agreed.
So to me, that makes Pogba the better player. The only problem is he's had suffering injuries. You know, the team around him is not that great because you can see when he plays with France, he's at a different level. But the KDB, no offense to KDB, but Man City probably played better without KDB this season and didn't miss him. You know, he's an added.
I wouldn't be leaving him out if I was.
No, I wouldn't leave him out. But what I'm saying is like that's the thing. If you leave Pogba out of Man United, and you've seen this, and we've all seen this, massive difference, yeah. And when he comes back in, KDB this season has been out for a bit. Man City have come over this because of their squad. Their squad's so good. Well, United's isn't. So, but I believe Pogba's the better player out of the two because he can do stuff. So, Yeah, it was Ryan. There we go. Ryan tweeted that. There you go. Yeah. So I'm begging you up, Ryan. He did tweet that. And he's correct.
I agree.
He's correct.
Ryan said in 18-19 under Ollie, he played him as the most advanced midfielder and he was the best player in the league. That Ollie run. People don't realize the contribution that Pogba had to that team. The fluidity in Martial. I keep saying fluidity, but it's the truth. Like Martial, Pogba, they were at their best working together, and it was the advanced role for Pogba.
Do you know what that shows to me?
Go on.
It shows Pogba showcases or brings out his talent during mini purple patches, but consistently at his time at Man United, he's not always showing it. That's not even. He's not.
He's had COVID this season.
The truth is that he's.
I'm not. I know that, and I'm not.
Let me respond to you, bro. Let me respond to you.
I have not talked about this season.
Right. Do you know what it is though? You know, if you actually deep it, he's actually not had regular playing time in all of the seasons. There's always a disruption when it comes to injuries or COVID this season, even injuries before that. He's always had a disruptive season, and whenever he has a run of games, his quality always improves, bro. Look at this season when he's done every.
What disruptive season has he had? This season, when he was playing bad, coming back from COVID, I defended him when people slated him. But in the past,
the bad patch of form lasted 2 weeks, bro.
Disruptive seasons. What?
It lasted 2 weeks. Then he started balling out against Burnley, against the likes of Fulham.
I know.
He was winning them games single-handedly, bro.
What disruptive seasons has he had in the past?
Bro, he's had injuries in the past as well, though. Last year he played against Rochdale with a floating bone, brother, in his ankle. Then he had to go off again.
So he's been injured. So every time he has bad performances or he dips out of form, it's because he's injured.
But no, I'm saying, listen, it disrupts your form, bro. It's facts. Only listen. The ones that don't disrupt their forms are the ones that are used to injuries, bro. Like the likes of Aguero who come back and act like nothing's happened. That's the only player I could think of, to be honest. So, bro, injuries. We said it about Havertz as well.
When he has bad
Havertz was out for a long time, and his form wasn't the same.
A player's not allowed bad performances.
No, you can't. That excuse.
That's a weird.
Because when he's had bad performances, and I've seen him play, it's not just the injuries. So that's not the excuse.
It's not just the injuries, bro. Listen, with injuries comes context, bro. Because match fitness goes up. But it's the truth, though. It's the truth. Because I'm not gonna lie.
You're just talking about.
Do you disagree with me when I say that every time he's played a run of games, his form always shines through?
This is
every time he's hit a purple patch. Yes, but I don't want to just see purple patches from players.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to.
If Pogba has a bad game, it's highlighted because he's the best player at the club.
It's true. It's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, it should be because he's the best. Because he's the best player, and it should be highlighted.
Yeah, but it's not.
But do you know what it is, Prime? It's not highlighted as much as KDB's. That's a true fact, though.
I didn't even get to
Sorry, go
my
on.
point.
Go on.
When KDB has bad performances, they should be highlighted as well.
They're not. Yeah.
When your best player has a bad performance and your team loses, it should be highlighted, obviously, because they're your best player. I rate Pogba highly, and I want to see him fulfill his talent and potential. Because I think on talent alone, he's probably the best midfielder to play in the Premier League, or one of the best to play in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But he doesn't show it, and that's what annoys me about it.
He does show it, man. He does.
I was not all the time. Do you know what Hazard? How annoyed I was with him, because he could have won a Ballon d'Or at Chelsea if he actually stepped up and if he actually pushed himself. He could have got us a Champions League. If
he pushed himself, he would have been top 3 best players in the world, but he didn't. That's what I mean. But you can't say Pogba doesn't push himself.
No, hold on. Do you know how frustrating that was for me to watch with someone like Hazard? And that was someone who plays for my club I should be biased about. I don't have a personal allegiance or bias towards Pogba. I'm not a United.
Can I ask you a question, Prime? You know Pogba was in that City team and he had 4 games. You think he'd be as projected as you are doing now with the United team?
Do I think what?
If Pogba was in that City team instead of KDB, and let's just say you had the same amount of poor games, do you think it would be as highlighted as it is now?
If Paul Pogba had for the amount of times he's been how long has he been at United? 4 seasons, 5?
4 seasons, I think. Yeah, 4 or 5.
If he's been at City for the same amount of time being performing with the same amount of inconsistencies, City don't win this. It's him amount of trophies they've won. Because if they're building the team around Pogba like they built around KDB, then the performances.
You have a next level of player. Bear in mind that he would have a Fernandinho there. No, Indiana, not a Fred or McTominay.
He's been let down too many times by players around him.
Indiana, listen to what Slensdorf said. Listen to what Slensdorf said. They build the team around him. So if he's
but we haven't built a team around Pogba though.
No, but listen to what I said. If he's
but it's quality of player.
No, stop interrupting me.
Listen to what
Sven just said. If he's at United he was at City for the amount of times he was at United and performing at that same level where he's inconsistent, dipping in and out of form. City aren't performing the same level they have been in the past 4 seasons.
But you know what, Prime?
Hold on.
Sorry. Go on.
Because if he's not always performing at that world-class level and he's dipping, the team being built around him, they're not always achieving or winning at the same consistent amount. Because
we initially disagree, though. I know what you're saying, but we initially disagree. Do you know with what? With the amount of good form that Pogba's shown in the first place. I actually think he's shown a lot of good form than you think. I think that's what we disagree on in the first place.
I agree with this comment.
Here's the thing. I agree he showed good form. I don't want good form. World class.
No, he's shown world class form, bro. He's shown it more than once.
Not all of the time.
He has, bro. Listen, his first season, do you know how many chances he created for Zlatan? Zlatan was the most wasteful player in the league.
He's been at United for 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, and then the second season, and then what was it? Well, Mourinho's second when they won trophies, right? 3 trophies. He was instrumental to that team as well. Third season, Oli comes in, best player again. 4th season, injuries. I can understand bad form.
Oli came in halfway through, so he had half a season.
Yeah, but listen, of course, he gets no excuse for the way he acted under Oli, under Jose.
I don't expect
Prime, drop KJ the link, please.
I don't expect players to be. I don't expect players to be perfect. But when you're one of the best, I expect you should be performing at that world class level. And when you dip
he has more than once.
When you dip and have occasional bad games or average games, yes, that is fine. But for the most part, I expect you to be performing at said level. And maybe here's the thing: if that's the case, maybe I just have a different definition to world class as you guys. And if that's the case, then fine. By my definition, Pogba isn't world class.
But I'm telling you, Prime, we're disagreeing on the amount of good form he's had. I'm not disagreeing with you saying, you should be playing. No, but I'm telling you, he has done that. He has done that. You're just not acknowledging it. That's what I'm saying.
No, I am acknowledging it, but it's good form, and I've acknowledged it's
world class form.
It's not world class form.
Of course it is, bro. Of course it is,
bro.
Do
you think KDB would also struggle in this United team, though?
Of course he would.
Yes. And here's the thing. If KDB was at United performing the way Pogba is, I'd be saying that he's inconsistent, that he's not world class, regardless of his talent.
Prime, can we just hold up one second?
Yeah.
Everybody smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow everybody. Prime, can you drop the link in the chat, please? Is that possible?
More people watching, man. This is the only football content happening right now. Okay.
Literally, everyone
share it out on socials, people.
Yeah, share it again.
Sharing is caring.
Negative. I want him to be performing well because I rate Pogba. I want him to do well. But
has he ever had one of
honest with what I see?
Prime. Prime.
I don't like when players play bad.
Prime, in your opinion, has he had a 5 bad run of games ever in his career at United?
What I don't know.
That you can remember. Let's just say a long run of games where he's been bad, where he's been below par.
I genuinely don't count his run of games. I don't count players' run of games in general.
No, but that's what you're saying initially. You're saying he does it in patches.
But in terms of what I can see inconsistencies.
But I'm telling you, he hasn't had 5 consecutive bad games for United. He hasn't had that. I'm telling you, like from his career at United that I've seen, he hasn't. But that's an opinion.
He's been at United 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
For 4 or 5 seasons, has he been performing at a world class level for even 90% of the time? No.
If he was, then he'd be the best player in the world.
Okay, for 95% was a weird number, but you know what I mean. For the vast majority of the time,
I'd say for vast majority of the time at United, he has been world clalas.
He has been world class.
Okay, well, I disagree.
When he plays, he's good. You expecting my man to be 10 out of 10 every week?
What did you just say?
That don't exist. It don't exist.
You just said when he plays, he's good, and I have not disagreed with that. I don't it's not good is what you should be getting from him. World class talent should be that world class level and standard. And here's the thing:
you say you're fair on Paul Pogba.
Here's the thing: it's fine. Here's the thing: it's fine.
You say you're fair on Paul Pogba, yeah, but whenever it comes to adding context to why certain things are way with Paul Pogba, you happen to ignore that and always be like, oh yeah, but look what happened with Jose. He downed tools and he was bad there.
But I never said just Pogba.
What about here, that, and the third? It's inconsistent.
I didn't say just Pogba
because
down
the
tools.
whole Manchester United squad
in general,
is inconsistent.
AJ, in general, I don't like when players down tools for managers. I said
on
the terrace myself. Maybe it was in January or something, like probably a month before Lampard was sacked, when there was rumors that the players are downing tools. I said this is not a good thing. As much as I wanted them gone, I don't want players downing tools.
It's true. No, it's true.
Yeah, player power.
I'm against that in general. But you still say he's sick. So what?
Sorry, what did you say?
You had Hazard, you had Diogo Costa, you had all these men downing tools doing whatever. But you man saying that you still say they're sick. You still said they was world class.
I didn't like them downing tools. But if you're talking about what has Hazard done and achieved with us?
Yeah, because he's a good player, and also look at the team around him. Look at the environment that was in.
Yeah.
When it was good at Chelsea, it was good. Then he went bad, then he went good again. Look at all these things. Your club is better ran than our club. It's better than our club. Look at all.
Can I make a point? Just in between you guys. One point.
Hold on. I'm not talking about because the team around him would mean his performances and his world-class level with the team around him would add to trophies. But I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about just him performing consistently at that world-class level. And the thing is, that's
why he wasn't consistent, though, was he?
He
wasn't consistent, though, was he? Because he had years where he was bad. Multiple years where
he's not consistent.
He had games where he had games where he was awful.
Well, we're talking about Pogba.
He wasn't consistent.
We're talking about Pogba now.
No, I'm talking about Hazard, fam.
Yes.
He's at one season, I'd say.
One season.
He had games where he wasn't.
But that's still a season. That's still 38 games.
One season.
So he wasn't clearly wasn't consistent then.
Yes, I agree.
So
can I make one point between you guys? Just one quick point.
I don't know what are you trying to do. I've called that out.
Prime. One quick point.
So by your definition, he's not world class, then, isn't it?
Okay.
Is he world class or not?
He wasn't consistent for one season. We can say he's not world class.
No. Yes, in your eyes, was Eden Hazard world class or not?
It's borderline, yes. People have made that argument.
So you say yes. So by that logic, yeah.
And here's the thing, KJ. People have made that. I've heard people even on the terrace. I've said it a few years ago. Come on and say he's not world class because he's just a purple patch player. And if someone like Hazard is a purple patch player for what he's been able to do and win, then Pogba is as well.
Yeah, but your own metric and mere logic, Eden Hazard is world class because you said it, because that's what you believe.
Yeah, but it's borderline. You can make the argument that he's not.
No. It's not about the borderline. If you can make okay, cool. You think he was world class, but yeah,
even if he is, he still performed better than Pogba has.
I disagree.
So
look at KJ. Yeah, do you know why he has those? You know why he has? Wait. Do you know why he has? Because of the structure of the club.
I didn't mention positions.
Yeah, but you said he's performed better.
Yeah.
But of course, visually he's going to perform better because he plays in a more advanced position. But if you look at PP his role, in what he does, he plays at a very high level.
Does he play at a world class level?
Yes, he does. Name me players when he's out of the team and they come in that does this exact same job than Paul Pogba.
So because you don't have players adequate enough to fit that position or to perform at the good level that he performed at, doesn't mean he's then world class.
No, but the thing is, he's world class because he does it. He just does it at world class. That's all he does. And you see the golf. You see the golfing class. You could even take someone better. He's better than McTominay for the match. You could put him in that United team and replace Paul Pogba, and they're still not doing what he's doing.
Just because he's better than those said players doesn't mean he himself is.
He has been He has been world class. He has.
I haven't said he's trash or he's a bum or he's terrible. My thing
the reason why I'm fighting back at you is because all you do with PP is literally just sit there, send shots, and when it comes to being fair and balanced, you're never fair and balanced.
Can I finish? I am fair and balanced because I'm honest about what he is. I am. Here's the thing: you're probably not around me long enough because when I've been around people who have slated and trashed him, I've defended him. When he came back from I don't know what your ears are because you're not. When he came back from injury and was the whole COVID thing, and he was giving in bad performances, I defended him because I said, what do you expect him to do? He's just coming back from COVID.
Yeah, so there's one.
I don't expect much really.
There's one. Okay, cool. That's the one time in how many times I've been on stream with you. Nearly every time it's if Paul Pogba was consistent like Terry's work rate, he would be good. Oh, if he was consistent like this person, he'll be very good. That's all you do, my brother. And when it comes to actually discussing Paul Pogba, and there's actual context about, here's why he is actually better than people say, you don't talk about that. You never say that anything about that.
Because you never asked me.
No, but if we're having this conversation, I should have to be like,
no, it is. Because you've given one point of view, I've given the other about what I actually think.
Yeah, and you know what, Prime, someone gave a negative point of view about Paul Pogba in the comments, you just sat there, you didn't even say anything.
I didn't see it.
About being fair, fam.
Where is it? Bring it up, where is it?
Literally, the one where he's like, he just sprays ball across the pitch. That's all he does.
Yeah. When he was just saying, he just spray balls across the pitch. Any player can do that. You're just sitting there like, okay, cool.
I didn't see it. You know why? Because I'm busy having a back and forth with you guys. I didn't see it. Where's the comment?
Where's the comment? Yo, you're on this show, my brother. Pay attention.
Where is it? How far back is it?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's quite far back. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, I'm not going that far back. What did he say?
Cool. I'll read
it out. Hold on, I'll read it out. Give me a second. I'll read it out. All I remember about Pogba.
It's okay to have agendas, my friend.
I don't have an agenda.
What's the tweet? What's the?
There is a comment. There he is.
Pogba and Juve days, he'd never forget something. He'd be in the. I would never remember him for anything he'd done in the red shirt. All I will remember about Pogba.
No, that's not it. I'll read it out.
That's not the comment, actually. That's not it.
That's also a lie too. That's also a lie.
No, that is a. He's done stuff at United, but again, not just at.
There it is.
There he is.
Pogba isn't the world class. All he does is spray diagonals at world class level, standard week in week out in a poor United team. Pogba doesn't. I agree, he's not world class, but just spraying diagonals around is not the only thing that he does.
Oh, it's mad. Can I say something about Pogba? Hey, Prime. You know the one time that Pogba had adequate players around him, yeah? That he had a good team, a good manager. Mm-hmm. He won the World Cup. That one time. Yeah. That one time. It shows you. It shows you.
And that time he was at a different club when he was younger, growing up, he won multiple things going world 11.
It shows me when there are quality players around him that also supplement him, or is supplement even the right word? His talent and performances complements, and when he's performing at said world class level, he can achieve greatness, like win a World Cup.
But every player is like that.
Just because there are not world class players around you doesn't mean you should drop your performance or your standards.
He doesn't drop his performance or standards, my brother. You're not listening. He doesn't. So he plays well. He plays it to his standard, but because he's not the guy finishing the pass that he made to himself, then he can't. He doesn't look as good.
Listen. Don't include what other ridiculous people have said to what I've said. I've never said he should be creating and scoring and defending and.
But I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying why.
Did you say other ridiculous people?
Don't bring said arguments to what I've said, because it doesn't mean anything.
Prime, can I ask you a question?
Can I just say something? Can I just
go on,
Sean.
Can I just say something? Paul Pogba does have two standards. Let's get this real here. Look at how he plays against France. Look how he plays against Man United. Two different standards.
Wait.
It's the same level. It's what's around him that's different.
No. But this is my point. Man United around him is dead ass.
Yes.
Against France, he has people that are on the level that are able to bring him up there. Like in Man United, he doesn't have that. He's dead ass. Like end of.
Can I just say quick?
But KJ, then that's two levels. But you just said there wasn't two levels, but that's two levels.
He has dropped.
I'm happy now.
Absolute stinkers. He has dropped some absolute stinkers, but so has most players in world football. I'm not going to hide from the fact that he has done some, like Brighton away when we lost 3-2, with Jose, disgraceful performance from Paul Pogba. But to act like that Paul Pogba never, like, hardly ever plays well for Manchester United. Hardly ever plays at the World Cup.
Here's the thing. He's
unreliable against Man United.
If you had, wait a second. Wait.
No, he's unreliable because he doesn't have the players around him.
High performance car. You got a high performance car, right? And you hold on. You've got a high performance car, and you put in high performance fuel in it. It's going to perform in a certain way. Take that exact same car and use dirty old diesel in it. You're not going to be able to perform the same. It's still a Ferrari.
That analogy
doesn't
doesn't work.
Yes, it does. Because the fuel in football is team. Yes, it does. It does actually.
Hold on.
But that's my point. Paul Pogba
It's not just one
against
guy
Man United. Paul Pogba
doesn't
have the same level as he does against France. Against France, he has people on the capable.
What you said in terms of actors if he's never had KJ, what you said in terms of actors if he's never had bad performances or anything. I've made jokes about him because I know it annoys United fans, but in an actual serious conversation, I've never said he doesn't have bad performances or he doesn't do anything. I know what Pogba does. I know he has good games. I know in purple patches, he's unplayable and he actually shows his full potential, what he can do. And he's like, in his purple patches, he is the best midfielder in the world. He's one of the best players in the world. But he's not playing at said level consistently.
Prime, I can ask you a quick question.
Wait,
quickly. Let me ask you a question because
let me just land. Do you know how much that annoys? I'm not even a United fan. You know how much that annoys me as someone who actually likes Pogba. I like his talent, and I know what he can actually become.
You can't blame Pogba all the time.
Just quickly. You said he's not world class, right?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. You've all spoken enough here. Let me come in now. Let me have a say. Firstly. No. I'm not talking about these comments, Prime. I'm talking about something else now. Let me just have my moment here. Firstly, Paul Pogba is playing with players that aren't on the level to raise him up like it does in France. In France, he has world-class players around him because they've won the World Cup. World class. Like they have won this and they raise him up to that level. If you put Pogba in an incredible team, if Man United had an actual 10 out of 10 team where every player was on the same level, you wouldn't be having this discussion at all. But you're having this discussion because there are a lot of players in, not all of them, there are a few players in Man United that aren't helping this situation, that aren't doing anything to help Paul Pogba. That's my point.
Just a quick point, and then
I said that.
Yeah.
But my thing
where?
I said that like 2-3 minutes ago when I was saying that when he has the players around him, like at the World Cup.
But it's been longer than 3 minutes.
You don't have said world-class players doesn't mean you should just negate and drop.
Fine, this whole level dropping thing, this is what I'm fighting against. It's a foolishness. His levels don't drop.
They don't.
Agreed.
Wait, can I just help you out, KJ? Listen, I'll just say this. Listen, Prime, you said he's not world-class, right? Did you say he's not?
I don't think like I said, his talent and ability is world class. Do I think he consistently performs at world class level? No.
Okay, here's what I'll say about world class level. My definition of it is: if you play, your team wins. If you don't, your team has a less chance to win. That's my definition of world class. Yeah, that's how I see it. Everyone has different definitions. That's my one. Yeah. When Pogba plays this season, they're more likely to win a game, and he's seen it. He can win games single-handedly. That is world class. Yeah. When he doesn't win, when he doesn't play, they suffer, and the suffering is quite obvious. Do
you know what he is?
Slens, I know what you're trying to say, but I can use that argument to say when Callum Wilson plays for Newcastle, they have a chance of winning. When he doesn't play,
this is the highest level. This is the highest level, bro.
But the level, United don't even perform at the highest level.
Yeah, but Callum Wilson's not world class.
Playing in the Champions League, mate,
and you're in the Europa
We're second in the league,
but you're not competing. And you guys are saying people have said you're not competing for the title, so you're not performing at that highest level.
No, but technically they are because they were first. When he was winning games, they were first.
But technically,
when he was winning games for them,
technically you're not because you're not competing for the Premier League or Champions League.
No, but they were in January when he was playing. He was winning games for them.
Because a team is well above someone else,
no,
another team can't be playing at the highest level. So everyone in the Bundesliga is not Bayern Munich compared to Ajax level.
This sounds like the Gerrard argument.
That's not what I said.
It really does. It
Not
really
what I
sounds
said,
like
KJ.
Steven Gerrard at Liverpool.
No,
Top
Pogba's
player.
better. Actually, Pogba's
No, it's
better.
not.
Yeah,
Pogba is
much better
yeah.
player. But exactly, if he's a better player, I would say Gerrard had world-class performances. Definitely.
If what Liverpool fans say that Gerrard had bums around him, which I don't agree with, but if that is true, Gerrard
He did a lot of the time.
Yeah, but okay, if that's true, then Gerrard has performed a lot more consistently at a top level than Pogba has been.
Name me these world-class players who perform at consistent levels for you, please.
What you mean in this current day and age?
Ryan, I'm not sure you are actually a Liverpool fan.
Right.
I question it now. I do. I question it.
Yeah.
I understand the Salah bit.
KJ, in this current day and age, what position?
Well, no, I don't care what position. Just tell me them.
Okay. Joshua Kimmich, Oblak, Lewandowski, Kane, Haaland. How much you want me to keep going?
No,
Haaland is world class.
Too early for Haaland.
Well, debatable, but let's just put him in there. Mbappe, obviously.
Okay, so you look at all those players you just listed, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Barring Kane, I would say, look at the teams they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the players they play with.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much that helps them get the best out of them consistently on a week in, week out basis.
I know you think you're making a good point, but you're not.
Wait, we should take Kane out anyway.
I know you think,
because the only reason people think Kane, no. The only reason why Kane is world class is because the part of his game is scoring goals.
No,
so people aren't analysing.
Be honest. No. Indiana's point. Hold on. Indiana. No. Hold on. Indiana has a point. You know, just to clarify, Indiana has a point. If you're looking at world-class players and you look at statistics, Kane's trophies 0. But Kane's achievements, like the Golden Boots, the best he's got so far. He's got no Ballon d'Or.
Don't do that. Kane fits this thing about what
I'm talking about. He's capable of it, but he's not right now. If you look at statistics, if you look at it on facts,
can I speak? Can I speak now? And that is the first time he's had a bad performance this season, really. So, but yeah, thank you.
If he didn't have
Kane
before, they may actually win something.
Okay. Anyway, but with Kane, that fits my point perfectly. Kane performs at a world-class level, and he does everything he can for Spurs. He constantly performs at a world-class level. Pogba doesn't. Regardless of the fact, regardless of the point of the fact.
No, I'm not having that.
Let me finish. Everyone interrupts me.
Perform at a world-class level because there are games where he goes.
Everyone interrupts me. Can I finish?
Just Kane
just consistently perform at a world-class level.
No, he does not. Have you seen games from the place, bro?
Let me finish.
Let him finish, KJ. I got you. Don't worry, KJ.
And it's fair. He doesn't have the world-class players around him to be winning trophies and dominating and everything, and that's fair. But he still does everything that he can to win. And there are still people who will make the argument and say he's not world-class. So if someone like Kane isn't world class, then Pogba definitely isn't.
Can I please? No, hold on, KJ.
Regardless of the talent.
Hold on, can I just say something? Can I please just say something? I'm sorry. You're telling me that Harry Kane is world class. Have you seen the players he's playing with against Spurs? Him and Son are basically carrying the whole fucking team, and you're telling me that Harry Kane is world class. I'm sorry. Am I the only person on this planet thinking what the WTF right now? Because I am.
Okay,
I'm sorry. No.
Are you saying he's not?
No. Right now, Harry Kane is not world class. He is world. If you're looking at him world class because of the players he's playing around, let's be realistic. Has he won any trophies?
I'm not talking
Premier
about
League, Champions League, Europa League.
I'm not talking about just the players he's playing.
But you're asking me for world class. But world class players have won something.
Charlotte, you know the point I made about
Pogba. That fits my point perfectly. Then,
No.
If Kane isn't world class, then Pogba definitely isn't.
Paul Pogba's won World Cup.
He's won the World Cup. He's won the World Cup.
Wait,
let's be realistic. The World Cup is actually you're the best in the world.
World Cup, you can't bring that World Cup into Man United. You didn't win
just
it for
just
Man
to clarify something, you want to have this discussion, but if you look at the players that Harry Kane is playing around, Harry Kane and Son are basically carrying the whole Spurs team on their shoulders. How many conversations have we had where we're like, oh, Spurs need to reevaluate their team. Like, Spurs are failing. Spurs aren't going to do this. Spurs aren't going to do that. And you're telling me that he's world class. No, he's playing that incredibly well. I want to see, if you put Harry Kane in a team with 10 out of 10 players all around him, I want to see how he perform then, because right now he has maybe like he's got Son, who's like a 9 out of 10, and then you've got maybe like 4 out of 10s.
I personally do not agree. Believe in that notion, but I understand. But before you go, because I got make a point, and then let Charlotte went. You did all the speaking for 2 seconds, bro. Yo, put your fingers like
interrupting me.
Yo, relax, bro. Listen, Harry Kane, you saying, but Harry Kane tries his best to win every game each week in, week out.
That's not what I said, but okay.
So, you literally said that.
No, I didn't, because you guys were interrupting me, but that's fine. Continue.
Yo, okay, listen. Your Slens, did Prime say Harry Kane every game does his best to try and does his best to perform at a high level? Yes or no?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't say he does his best. I said he's performing at a high level, and he's without you're saying this thing of without.
He didn't say that though.
Because you keep interrupting me. You don't.
No, because I listened to what you said. You literally said Harry Kane every game tries to play at a high level. He's always trying.
Not trying. But the thing is, he's performing at a world class level with Spurs, and you can say he's not winning.
How is he when? Can
I explain?
And then also, my point. I didn't get to finish my point. So before we say let me finish, let me freaking finish, mate. All you do is say let me finish and interrupt people.
Because no one lets me finish.
All right, listen. Your point is, Harry Kane every week tries his best, tries to perform at a higher level, and he's there. I've seen Harry Kane drop absolute stinkers. I've seen Harry Kane disappear in many games.
Biggest moments.
The biggest games. Yeah.
Are you finished?
So if Harry Kane is world class to you with those limitations, then surely Paul Pogba fits the same thing.
Are you
because
finished?
He doesn't do as much.
Are you finished? Kane performs more consistently than he does, but that's what I said, because I know you didn't listen. If Kane's not even world class, Pogba definitely is not.
No, I heard that. Prime, this is one thing. People do listen to you, Stop assuming we don't listen. We hear your points. Sometimes we just think they're bollocks. You know what I'm saying?
How is it? Then address that then. How is it?
Sometimes Harry Kane's, the thing is, if Harry Kane's not world class, that means Paul Pogba's not world class. But then that means some other players aren't world class, because that means there's another player coming up world class. You can literally set the bar so freaking high that no one's world class.
But you do need to set the bar high for world class. That's why by my standard and metric, you need to be top 3 or maybe top 5 in your position.
Yeah, but then,
I agree with this
comment.
Performing
consistently.
Okay, what was it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fair comment. Yeah, that's a fair comment.
Individual awards, so the Golden Boot needs to be taken into consideration for Harry Kane. Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, Charlotte. It does, though, because his listen.
No, but that's my point.
Let me just
this
finish.
is my point. If he was that good, the Ballon d'Or, if he was world class, he would have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or or been.
That's harsh, though. Do you know why he won't be, though? Do you know why he won't? Because he doesn't win trophies with them. But listen,
the Ballon d'Or is biased, because if you're
biased enough, it's a big ass trophy.
Hold on.
This point under it.
Regardless of you performing at a world class level, if you're not winning, or if you're not in a team where you're winning trophies with that, you're not really going to be that high in the Ballon d'Or.
And also, Charlotte, to be fair, Harry Kane has grew up in an era where Messi and Ronaldo do exist. So there's also that as well.
She said nominated. She said nominated, though.
Here we go. Yeah. Thank you, KJ. You just walked into my trap. Thank you. You've just walked into my trap.
Wait, does he not get nominated?
Hold on. Messi and Ronaldo are world class. Kane is not in that league. Fact.
Do you know what? Do you know what the issue is here? One sec. The issue here is
they're elite.
The definition is different.
Wait. What's the difference? So, Charlotte, for your standard, world class is we must see Ronaldo, maybe Neymar level.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to consider Harry Kane as world class, you can't just say, oh, because he plays well. I could say that about a lot of players. I could say about a lot of players that they play well. Hold on. I'm not done yet.
She's not done yet.
Thank you. Because he plays well and he may or may not be the best in his position. May or may not. In different people's opinions, he is. In different people's opinions, he's not. But my point is that if you play well, and you may or may not be, but if you look at the statistics and you look at people will, whether you go on people play well, their individual achievements, people are also going to come for your overall group achievements in a team. They are, but this is my point. Like you Spurs can be shit and Harry Kane can play well, but individual he's got the golden boot. But what has he got as a team? Because a world-class player is also one that works indivially, but can work together to win something.
Can I just make a quick point?
I don't think you need to see.
Yes, Len.
Go on, Spence.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, listen, I understand what you're saying, and it makes a lot of sense. Listen, the trophies, the 0 on his trophy record is damning, right? And it's not. Listen, you might tell you that this is not world class, right? But what the counter argument for me would be, is if I look at his career, right? We talked about Pogba being let down by his environment. I think Kane's been let down by his environment as well. The people around him, the team around him. I do think as well at times, the black dot on his career is that at the biggest moments he hasn't shown up. Facts, but he always outperforms most of the strikers in the league, right? Even this season, he's outperforming everyone in assists and goals. I understand you're saying Ballon d'Or is what makes you world class, but listen, that's too high of a ceiling. I think that ceiling can only be reached by Messi and Ronaldo.
I'm not saying Ballon d'Or. I'm not saying Ballon d'Or is actually the world all and end all. But what I'm saying is,
you can't.
What I'm saying is that if you're looking at world class, for me, if I'm looking at world class players, a world class player is someone that individually can absolutely succeed on his own accord and actually win individual things and actually outperform people on his own. But also you have to be able to have something to show for that as well. You can perform well and people can go watch these clips all they want, but if you're looking at world class, like when all these lists come out of world class players and Harry Kane's not in the top 10, like, am I surprised? No. Do I expect it? No. I think if he won the Premier League,
I don't think you need to see that though.
Can I go?
I think for a team effort,
you can just watch a player and over a period of time and know that he is world class or not.
Can I go?
Yeah, that's cool. But you can say they're world class.
I think you can watch a player in his position and know that.
At the end of the career, if you've got nothing to show for it,
is my mic still bad? Is it still bad?
Yeah, are we at school? Because Prime's got his hand up.
Because you guys keep talking and I've been waiting here for like 3 minutes now. That's
speak then.
He needs to go. Again.
And again, that's why I'm saying my metric of world class is different from other people's.
Facts.
Because you have to separate that. The reason why I say Kane is world class because he is top 3, top 5 in his position. Pogba isn't because he doesn't perform to being at that. And that's why in said world class brackets you then break it up. You can put Kane third just due to the fact probably he doesn't do it to a point where he's winning trophies. But that's also where you have to look at the team around him. If he doesn't have the team to be able to succeed, but he's still performing at said world class level, you can't use the team as a point to beat him with or kill him with. The Pogba thing, KJ, you said had he not won Europa Leagues and stuff, if that's the standard and that's what you expect of Pogba, just to go and win a Europa League, that's perfectly fine. But from what I expect of him, just performing to win a Europa League is not enough.
No.
Hold on. I expect more, not just on purple patches in in some seasons. I expect more on a consistent level. Hold on. I expect more on a position of being world class. Is he a top class player, or does he perform as a top class player? Yes, probably fine. But in terms of my metric and how I look at it of being world class, is he top 3 or top 5 in his position? Consistently, no. Who is
Prime? Who is?
Name me these players. No. Name me these top 5 players who are better than
Who is? Yeah, who is?
In the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
In his position.
In his position, he's in terms of all-round midfielders in general.
No. In his position, which is centre midfielder.
People say centre mid, and I've had someone on Twitter and in the comments on the terrace say he's a number 10.
He's not a 10.
And I've heard other people say he's a DM. So what exactly is he then?
What does he play mostly?
He's a midfielder.
When you put him as a number 8, name me 5 number 8s better than him.
How many people now play as number 8s then? Because I would just say midfielders in general.
Yeah, look, KJ, you're not going to get anything. Let's just say midfield. You're going to go something.
Why can't I say midfielders in general?
Because
he's not a midfielder in general. He's a number 8.
Because when you name midfielders who don't do the same thing as him, and you say you're better than him, well, of course they're better than him. It's like saying, it's like listing, you know who's a better centre back than Paul Pogba? Harry Maguire. Well, of course he is. He's not centre back.
He's a defender. Why would I say centre back? That's not a fair analogy to use.
Oh, exactly. There, you get it now. It's not fair. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make a fair playing field.
But it is. Then why would you then compare him to KDB, who's an attacking midfielder? Then that's not a fair comparison.
And people and don't we shoot the people down for doing that? Yes,
but
we
why
do.
did you? No, why did you do it?
Do what?
You compared him to KDB.
When?
You used someone used KDB.
No, we said if he was in the Man City team, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying take KDB out of the Man City team. That's not comparing. I'm just saying.
It's not comparing. That's just. Oh, did you compare him? Did you compare him to KDB? Fair enough. But anyway, that's not fair. Anyway, number 8, my brother.
I don't know many Modric, Cruz. I don't know many world class 8s per se. Do you count Kimmich as a number 8, or is he a firm DM? There's Goretzka, who's performing better than him. Who else? I don't know. That's why I said midfielders in general, because I was also going to use DMs and attacking midfielders in terms of their performances as midfielders in general. Gundogan is performing better than Pogba.
But so Gundogan is world class then?
I think he's performing at a world class level.
But is he? The question isn't who's performing at whatever level.
No, but if you're performing at a world class level, then you're world class.
Oh, is it okay? That's all it takes. Is that all that? Okay.
But KJ, that's why if you're performing, that's why for me it's not just about your talent. Because you can be all you want.
That's fine. That's fine. When a player goes through world class form, they're world class.
Well, it's not just world class form. You have to be doing it consistently. Then again,
Gundogan wasn't doing this, bro. Gundogan wasn't doing this.
But
he wasn't doing this consistently.
Can I finish? Then again, you can say Gundogan's only been doing it for about a year, so he has to show more, obviously.
So then for you, then he's not world class then.
No. But I just named it. That's why I wasn't just naming number 8.
So, but you legit just said
because it's not fair. Because there are teams who don't play with 8s. Chelsea play with a double pivot now, so is it not fair to include? Say,
how's it not fair?
Hold on. Is it not fair to include? There are teams who don't play with 8s.
So so you don't pick those teams. You don't pick those teams who don't play with 8.
But they have. Hold on. They have world class midfielders. How many world class 8s are there?
Paul Pogba is one of them.
How many world class 8s are there? Don't say Pogba.
Goretzka is one.
Mm-hmm. But Goretzka plays in a double pivot though.
Yeah, but he's a number 8. You can tell by the way he plays.
But he plays. Not
many teams play number 8. Not many teams play number 8.
He plays it with a double pivot or twin 6.
He's not a twin. He's not a 6 though.
But he plays in
his role.
He plays.
You know what? Yeah. His role is not. He's not a DM though. His role is not a DM for Dortmund.
But I didn't.
You know what? Yeah.
I didn't say DM.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to Dupe. Man, my guy, fam. But I just say I'm gonna listen to him in it because I'll be here all freaking night. So I'm in the freaking mood.
The only
Right,
midfielder, wait, one more thing. The only midfielder I'd say is more talented than Pogba is Verratti.
Yes, I massively agree. But yeah. But again, for me, it's not just about talent. Verratti's performing. It's not for me. For me, I don't just look at. It's not just your talent. Because talent doesn't necessarily mean anything to me when you're not performing.
Bro, you know what's mad?
I promise you, Prime. If you had a Declan Rice next to Paul Pogba, you wouldn't question him. I promise you.
Kante at France.
Okay. I promise you.
And I don't
have the right players for the system.
When Pogba performs at his that world class level, when he's in his purple patch, I don't question him. I question it when he's not performing.
Purple patch.
Because I know what you can do.
I didn't think. Listen, I know from big Juventus fans that they'll say Pogba turned up 1 in 3 games, and what they mean by that is he had a world class, outstanding performance 1 in 3 games where he took the game by a scruff of the neck, but the other 2 games he was still at a decent level. He didn't go missing.
Yeah. Do you know what's mad about Pogba, by the way?
You can't expect. Well, we say that we expect these players to be performing at this level every minute of every single game. It's just not possible.
But no, I haven't said every minute of every game.
Yeah, but that's why I think people question him, Prime.
But that's not what I don't care about other people. I'm talking about myself.
Yeah, you
guys are using other arguments and things other people say.
No, Prime. I've
never said that.
Yeah, what? Prime. I've asked you how much more can you give, and all your answer is with more. So what more? What more, bro?
Can perform consistently.
Perform at
work. Okay, fine. Then to me, probably he's not doing it enough. Then, or he's not the level he's showing for you is clearly not the level I think he's.
Or clearly you expect him to be
that's why I've said, no, it's not. That's why I've said we just have different metrics of world class then, and it doesn't fit my metric, and I've agreed with that. That's fine.
Facts.
He does.
You know what's mad about Pogba, by the way? One last point from me, yeah, bro. Even as a DM, yeah, as a double six, yeah. If you look at his metrics, defensively, it's one of the best in the league. That's what's mad. I looked it up, shocked, bro.
But,
like, as a DM,
Slens, that's not good enough though. That's not good enough, innit? It needs to be more.
Slens, what? Wait, hold on, Slens. The stats you have, where are they from?
What do you mean to do? Come up, you're my sources. What do you mean?
No.
I'll send you my sources on your DMs. Then.
No.
What? Then what?
This is what I mean.
Different Fox News.
What
Prime.
season are they from?
No, this season, bro. When he played as a double pivot,
and
yeah.
What have I said? Stop just looking at one season.
Yo, listen. Even if
I'm not. I'm just making a point. I'm showing you how. KJ, listen. Prime, I'm making a point about how versatile he is as a midfielder.
I know how
even when you put him in the wrong position, he still shines. That's what I'm saying.
I know how versatile he is, and I've agreed how good he's been this season.
That's world class, bro. That's world class.
I'm not just looking. Yeah. I'm not just looking at this season. I'm talking about how he's been at Man United.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm just making up.
Guys, I'm gonna end.
Simplifying my point. Simplifying my point.
Prime's still upset that Jose and Pogba didn't work out.
No, I'm not.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Good night.
No, I'm not. KJ, you can use that to make a joke, but you're
KJ is like, all I'm gonna do is say my bit. Shut Prime up. It'll be 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
How can you use that as a? If you're trying to make a joke, that's fine.
Watch
but
that
use
camera
that
angle, bro.
Try and prove why I'm wrong is a bit childish.
I'm just confused. How did I end up joining Pogba FC, man? Just I just joined.
Bro, let it go, man. Are we talking about?
KJ made that joke because he knows I'm right, so it's fine.
Listen, are we moving on, please?
I don't know.
Wait, let's talk about Jorginho.
Aren't you a co-host?
Yeah, I don't rate Nick Pope as England's number 1.
let's move it on. Firstly, people, we're having no more of this discussion.
I think. Can I just say this? Can I just say this? Can I just say this? Hold on. Indiana, hold on.
No.
Can I just
Pogba thing for an hour?
No. I know. Can I just say this? Can I just say this? I think a lot of people get confused and blind by talent, the same way people get confused and blinded by attacking football. Blind people to what's actually going on, but it's fine.
Carry on, Indiana. Carry on, Indiana. Please, Jesus, save us. Please, Jesus, save us.
Football is all about opinions. I respect your opinion. My opinion is you're wrong, but that's just my opinion. I think.
And my opinion is everyone else is wrong.
Can I come back now?
Cool. You can have a
KJ, we're nearly done. We're nearly done, KJ.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
we're nearly done.
We're nearly done.
Okay. One question I want to ask you though is let's get away from Pogba. Like literally get away from Pogba.
Yes, get away from the fraud.
He leaves this summer. He leaves this summer. Who do you replace him with?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Who do you?
Because you hate him. So do you want to replace him?
What do you mean? One player?
Yeah. Who's the one player to replace him?
Who would you buy in? And I don't want to talk about Pogba as such. I want to talk about a player that you could bring in that could bring Man United up a level in the midfield. That's what I would like to know.
Only one player.
We could bring two. Bring two then. If you think the sale of Pogba brings enough money to bring in two players to fix Man United's midfield, cool.
Of course it will, man. He's world class. Of course it will.
No, he doesn't do it enough.
I started.
Don't, because you know what happened.
I'd bring in a DM, so Ndidi or Declan Rice, and I would. It depends with Van de Beek. If Van de Beek can be performing, then you probably partner Van de Beek with the DM and bring in a quality backup, or Van de Beek can be the backup and you bring in a quality first team player to play in the pivot, I guess. So Locatelli maybe, or Sandro Tonali, who I rate, but he's still very young.
And his passing's not great either. But I love him. I do love the kid. I can't. It's a bit like he's one of those kids that you just. It's a bit like Greenwood. I love Greenwood, but he's not complete yet. Do you know what I mean?
Indiana, can I answer your question? The Pogba one. You can't replace Pogba. That's my answer. You can't. It's the truth.
I would agree.
There's no replacing him with a single player. But
obviously with two players.
That's why I said two. Yeah. You can't. I agree, Slend. You can't replace the talent.
Listen, to
be fair, Slend is right. You can't replace frauds because you know what I'm saying. Like frauds aren't good enough and they're not world class.
You can't
replace frauds. But the two players
when have I said he's a fraud? When have I said he's a fraud?
Well, you literally said he's a fraud. Come on. In a
serious conversation, when have I said he's a fraud?
Don't worry, man.
Thank you. Because you know I'm right anyway, so that's fine. You know I'm right.
Right? Yeah, you're always Prime. You are right. You're always right. I should always listen to you and whatever you go with. What you say. Anyway, yeah, two players. Bring me Declan Rice or Ndidi, and that Grealish, bro. I don't care, fam. I don't care if it don't make no sense. But give me that combination.
Can Grealish play as a number 8?
Yes, he's done it many times for Villa.
Cool.
Would any of you take? Hang on. Who would you pick if you had to pick two players, Fred or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
How is that up for discussion?
Indiana, what role in midfield are they doing?
No, you have to pick one player. You can
build. But what are they doing?
It's not a discussion.
What do I want them to do? What do I want them to do in midfield?
Yeah, we're not discussing.
Whatever you want.
We're not discussing it's whatever you want, Han. But just pick one out. Just pick one out.
I wouldn't have either of them.
but that's not the question, though. The question is,
Indiana.
Who would you have?
Indiana's
have?
like straight
Out
down.
of-
He stole my answer.
No, you know what? You know what it is though. You know, Gary Neville once said,
If you had to choose, you know that you're choosing Wijnaldum over Fred.
Oh yeah, I pick Wijnaldum, but I still don't want him.
No. I'm not saying I want either of them. But my point is, if you have to pick one, you have to pick one is the question.
It's like choosing between Martial and Pogba. They're both
oh my god.
Okay, so I'm taking Genie. I'm taking Genie
I'm taking Genie and putting him in catering. That's what I'm putting.
do you know what I was gonna say, boy? You know, Gary Neville once said, like when he talked about Man City, Liverpool, he's like choosing a guy to sleep with your wife. Like they both, you don't want to choose both of them, bro. So I think I'm not gonna lie, they're both terrible.
It's like choosing which dog turd to stand in. You have to stand in one of them to get home.
But if I had to, it would be Wijnaldum.
You have to stand in one of them to get home. It's the only way through. So you got to choose the less.
Purely because of his hairline. Pirlo's got the best hairline in the league, but like his hairline is crisp. Wijnaldum.
United, if they get rid of Pogba, I'm guessing they're gonna. How much time left has he got left on his contract?
2 years, isn't it? 2 years.
Well, PP.
Yeah.
It's 2 years. Isn't it?
He's got
18
2
months.
So I'm guessing you'll get around 80 million for him.
Wow.
And we won't get nothing for him because everyone's freaking broke. Everyone's broke out here.
Don't worry, bro. We got Roman.
Are they broke? Or they just don't rate him like you do?
Oh, man.
You know what? Fran's asking a good question. Maybe it's right. Maybe just the rating.
Imagine he left and went to Chelsea, Prime. Imagine that.
Oh, he would be angry, bro.
No, if he performs at world class level, I'll be happy.
World class purple patches. World class purple patches.
I hate that expression, you know. I hate that purple patches expression.
His agent Mina Raiola as a dickhead, so I don't.
Wait a minute. Out of all the United players to criticise and call a fraud, you picked Pogba. Out of all the players at United, there's Marcus Rashford.
Marcus Rashford. It's above a debate.
You've got Harry Maguire, who they paid 80 million for, who's like a fridge. He just does nothing. The only thing he's useful for is keeping your ham cool, or like your beard is cool in the fridge. Like there ain't nothing useful about him.
Hey, listen. If you got beef in Greece, Harry's the guy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I need someone to store my beer.
You can't go in Olympiacos away, bro. It's peak, man. You can't go in Olympiacos away.
He was stealing people's beers. That's what happened.
Maguire's so bad and meaty. Why constantly call that out when he performs bad? Did you not expect that then? Did you not focus on your talented world-class player when he performs bad?
Yeah, but when you always focus on the one person who's good.
AJ, I'm making a joke.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, I'm serious, but it's a joke.
But it's what.
I
can answer the question. I can answer the question.
Yeah.
If you went, you expect more from your world-class players, but if all you do is always question the people who are performing and can perform for you, it would then ostracize them and frustrate them, and therefore make them perform less. At some point, people who are crap still need to own their crap and still need to get questioned on why they're so bad and help them improve. Because if you're always just like, oh, Maguire's crap, so it's fine he's doing badly. Paul Pogba, why aren't you helping him? You know what I mean? Like, how's Maguire gonna get better? How are your poor players gonna get better if all you do is pass the blame over to the better players?
That's not all I do.
Because
not all he does.
That's not all I do.
Can we move on to the debate that Will wants to introduce? Will.
No, we're not done.
Rashford, please, man. Please.
Not gonna lie, anything is better than the Pogba debate right now.
Oh, yeah, listen, I'm again.
Hold on. We all agree he's a fraud. Anyway, Will has said Pedro Neto is better than Marcus Rashford.
Yes, he is.
In what way?
He's better. Decision making's better. He's more talented.
Yes, Ryan.
More talented.
He's better on the eye.
Yeah, better on the eye. Yeah, better on the eye. More talented.
His numbers are still good. I'm not saying they're Rashford level, but in a couple of years there won't be a conversation whether Neto is
No, but there will be though.
Level. No, but there won't.
There will be though, because when he moves to a team, when he moves to a team that doesn't have as much space and time on the ball that he gets when he's counter-attacking to make the right decision, when he's now then coming against low blocks, defenders are going to be quicker onto him because they know about him. He's playing for a better team. We will see the level that he is, and this is not me trying to say
you
that.
You could say that about a lot of players, though, KG.
Exactly.
A lot of players.
Yeah, you can do. You can do, and we say that about players who aren't proven it yet. Marcus Rashford, he has shown on multiple occasions that he can find a way to win us the game, no matter what the situation.
Yes,
Pedro
KG, that's the problem with Martial.
Something.
That's the Martial Rashford debate, right? Martial is a much more talented player than Rashford.
Finally, something me and KJ agree on about United. Rashford.
Right. Rashford, yes, he may not be
nothing special.
He may not be the Pedro Neto, but to claim that Pedro Neto is better than him already, or will be clear of him in the future, it's very unfair and a bit foolish to be. In my opinion,
it's not unfair. It's just
unfair.
It's an unpopular opinion, so it's not unfair.
Yeah, it's unpopular, but unpopular can also be unfair. Your opinion can be unfair.
How is it unfair?
It's because you are taking a player who, yes, is very talented, but really and truly
has not been at
the same level, and is not doing it in a similar kind of playing style.
So are you saying that my expectations of Neto are too high? Or are you saying I'm being unfair on Rashford?
Yeah, I'm saying you're being unfair on Rashford because I feel like you are diminishing his level and making it really easy for someone to be better than him.
No, I just rank Neto very, very, very highly.
Okay.
The truth is, bro.
I think he's better than Ziyech. I think he's better than Hudson-Odoi. At the moment, I think he's better than Hudson-Odoi, and I think he's as good as Pulisic, if not a bit better.
The truth is, if I was to be honest, like, bro, Rafinha is the only Brazilian, the only Don that I can actually back, bro. Like, for me, he's my favorite winger in the league at the moment, man. That's the only proper Brazilian in the league. I'm not gonna lie. Where's the all frauds?
How come you didn't have a 15-hour argument with Will about this?
Sorry,
because he actually can listen to reason, and we can have a normal.
I listen to your reason.
Flipping out, bro.
To your reason.
It's not hard.
Do you think I should have an honest think about Paul Pogba?
Yeah?
Do you think I should have a think about Paul Pogba?
We're not talking about Pogba right now. We're talking about Neto.
No. I know. I mean, me privately, internally, I should have a think about Paul Pogba.
You should have a think about everything in life, not just PP. But it's okay, bro. Like, we're talking about Neto right now.
Okay.
But that Neto's sick. Yo, fam. If Neto came to United, I'm taking it, bro. I'm not even upset.
KJ, who would you rather have, Sancho or Neto?
I'd take
Sancho.
I'd say no.
I'd rather have Sancho.
Definitely.
Do you think Neto?
I'd rather have Rafinha and Haaland, but that's greedy.
Neto's better than Rafinha, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I'd rather give Man U Neto and then Chelsea have Sancho. Sorry, I'm going to be selfish here.
No,
you can have Neto.
Anyway,
I don't think. But Neto, what I like about Neto is that Chelsea have always.
I actually agree with you, Will.
Chelsea have always wanted a left-footed winger that's very skillful, direct. He's not one of those moments players like Ziyech where he ghosts for a whole game, pops up with 2 good passes. Okay, well, Pulisic is not a moments player. If you get what I mean, because we've had Pedro, we've had Willian, and I'm sick of these right-footed right wingers that just so.
Can I just say one thing though, Will? One thing, Will. Listen, when Rafinha and Neto came along, and they played against each other, Rafinha dunked on his head, but that's what I'm going to say, man. Rafinha was absolutely balling out. He was balling out.
Slens, do you think I care about one-off performances?
I know you don't. I'm joking, man.
Slens, Ben Chilwell had Rafinha in his pocket after 20 minutes.
He did it, man. Don't try it. What do you mean? Chilwell was on his arse,
Ryan. No,
even Chilwell didn't play well. Chilwell didn't play well. Rafinha only had
I'm not sure he's a Liverpool fan, KJ. He hates every player they've got.
Anyway,
likes a single player they've got.
Question.
Ryan's a self-hating Liverpool fan. I can't believe it.
we need Sonny on stream with him, man.
A question, because people like to talk about moments players. If I said moments player,
don't you dare say Pogba. Don't you dare.
I was not going to mention Pogba. I wasn't going to mention Pogba.
He's so what? He's so what?
Oh,
It's going to be a nice
You were as well.
Like Pogba.
He was.
I wasn't. If
you were.
I actually was. I was going to say Pulisic, but okay. I'll explain this.
Fine.
Okay. If people like to talk about moments players, if a moments player is what? A moments player is a moment of magic, isn't it?
Well,
yeah, so Pulisic maybe doesn't get that.
Can I just say one thing before you can, and then you're
going to go on a tangent and make me
no, because I just need to make myself clear with one thing.
I know exactly what you mean. This is not just about Pulisic. Okay. My point is, if a moments player is someone who does or pulls off a moment of magic, but they are consistently doing that, does it no longer then become just a moment?
It depends what they do and how they contribute for a whole 90 minutes as well.
Pulisic isn't a moments player.
Pulisic, by the way.
Pulisic isn't a moments player, though.
Forget Pulisic, by the way, because my point was going to try and... does this even make sense? So, like, for someone like Neymar, Hazard when he was fit and playing, Ronaldo... Well, maybe not Ronaldo. Messi. I know they're different. Messi's clear past them. But are they just moments players? Can a moments player be world class as well?
They're not moments players. They're not.
Can a moments players? Okay, why aren't they moments players?
Because they can run a game and they can individually play without having to get a goal.
And that's my point I'm getting at. Because I've seen them do individual moments of brilliance, but they're consistently doing that. So it then gets to a point where it's no longer a moment.
Yeah. You're spot on. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, cool.
I personally
see that's a good. That you were just clearing up what I mean by one.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't even mean it to, but that point actually got to.
That was a live dictionary reading of the moments definition.
Yeah, because moments players, for example, some moments players, it's not always a bad thing to be a moments player in the sense of, in big moments like in finals and things like that. But what I just hate it when players are shit for the whole game and constantly do something that just, for example, with Ziyech, he can't sustain an attack. He always loses the ball at the key moment. I don't like it. I'd rather him keep the ball and pass it backwards than try this shitty.
You could argue, right?
Goes out.
He's the only player in our team who takes that risky pass, though. This is
but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. 80% of the time, it won't work.
Yeah, but that's the point of taking the risk. Because if it does work...
it's stupid risk, KJ. What I mean, Hudson-Odoi will hold the ball and wait for a better option. Ziyech doesn't do that.
I think what it means is you need calculated risk.
Exactly.
I agree.
If you're taking a risk for the sake of taking it, but there's only exaggerated, but there's only like a 5% chance of it coming off, and it doesn't come off, you're more likely you're just going to concede from that, as opposed to
exactly.
And I know as an attacking player, you're always going to try and take risks, but you're just constantly taking stupid risks in games. It doesn't make sense, especially when players around you don't have said quality to feed off of your risks.
And Brian, just to add to your point quickly, yeah. Just add to your point. You know when you keep taking those risks and losing the ball, right? Because that comes hand in hand, yeah. What you're doing is you're putting more pressure on your midfield partner. Because he has to work twice as hard.
This is a pre-record.
Exactly. Yeah. And they have to work twice as hard, and they have to make up the ground that you've left because the pass you're playing.
Do you know what Man United midfielder does that? Bruno.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
But I know what he does off the ball at the same time. He does it off the ball as well.
But the difference with
I'm Bruno. The difference between a Bruno and a Ziyech. Our system is actually built for those low percentage passes. Him not always trying to do it or not doing it most of the time is very actually not good for the way we play. Because if you look at when Donovan van de Beek plays, there are moments where he needs to take the risky pass, he needs to take the ball forward, and he won't do it, and then our attack breaks down similarly.
True, KJ, true. And that's why I jokingly called Bruno Fernandes a fraud on Fraud Watch. I've done that as well before.
Yes.
No, well, you said it. You were serious when you said it.
Okay, anyway.
Apparently, we can't say people are frauds without it being serious. So.
But anyway, okay. Fine.
This is a good question, by the way.
But the thing is with Bruno, I think there's certain things which stop me from rating him as a proper world-class attacking midfielder, if you get what I mean. It's like, I personally prefer Jack Grealish to him. Because I think Grealish, I mean, again, as you said, it's different for how Ollie wants to play. So I get what you mean.
Do you know why? Do you know why
that
preference is there? I can tell you why, because I get it as well. I think it's himself too. Bruno Fernandes is not the type of midfielder who will drive with the ball, keep it, and do a nice, simple through ball, 5-yard through ball that cuts the lines. He ain't that guy. When he's doing that, more time than not, he'll mess up the 5-10 yard through ball, and he'll just go wayward for no reason. And most people who see that, you go like, how is this guy, especially with his sick number 10, when he can't do that simple creative pass? And I understand that. What you get with Bruno, though, which you don't get a lot with a lot of players, a lot of number 10s that play like this, quick, innovative, quick thinking, quick flicks around the corner. Most players won't do that because they want to hold on to the ball to play that through ball nicely. He will take that risk of, I've only got 2 seconds, no, not even 2 seconds, I've got a split second before the defender reaches that ball. Instead of controlling it and maybe holding on possession, let me flick it around the corner. He's done 2 assists already this season, where a man nicks the ball just a little bit, enough to make it go into our attackers where we score from it.
That's
Dan James,
KJ, you're right, because what people say he goes missing in the big games. The big games normally have better players, right? There's normally better midfielders, better defenders to play against. What's a big part? Like the biggest part of being a better player is the ability to read the game. So these players read the game more often. They're on him quicker. They're better defensively. So it looks like it doesn't come off as much, but it's not going to come off as much. It's just not going to happen. Everything levels out with him. There will be times when these passes come off, but KJ's right, man. He's one of those players.
And I get that, and that's
this question's banging, man.
Go on.
I like this question.
Well, you can finish, but I just want to be like, this question can be the last one, and then we end it. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
What are you going to say? Well, sorry.
I was going to say that it's just. Don't worry. It's just going over what we've already said pretty much anyway. And I get what Bruno's strengths are, and I do rate him. It's just I don't rate him as highly as maybe a lot of United fans do.
Yeah,
that's fine. Let's
get this question.
I don't want to say this name in case it's trying to catch people out.
No, it's not. It's actually his name. It's Gangan Deep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Indiana, interesting question for the panel. Who your favorite Streets Will Never Forget player? So one who has all the ability, but didn't live up to the potential. What's funny?
Nothing.
This is what you just said.
What did I say?
Man said, I don't want to read it out just in case he's trying to catch me out, bro.
Yeah.
That's flipping hilarious. That's good for your guy, Andy. I know you're my guy from the terrace, isn't it? Like, don't worry.
Anyway, we can start with Will and work our way. So, Will, who's yours and why?
Oh, I've got to go with.
So had all the ability, but never lived up to their potential.
No, or played in a team where they couldn't.
I'm gonna have to go for Delta Raps.
Go on.
KJ, who's yours?
Who's my Streets Will Never Forget? Raps is always Raps the first one to go to. I'm gonna go to the second go to Hassan Ben Arthur.
Please, nobody say mine.
I forgot Ben Arthur.
Andrew, who's yours?
Well, this one I was getting Yaya Toure vibes off when we signed him, and I was gassed. He's got a great song, but he never lived up, and it's Timmy Bakayoko, man. It's Bakayoko.
Bakayoko, sorry.
Bakayoko.
Was Bakayoko ever good enough to even be?
Nah, he's not a Streets Will Never Forget baller. He's not. He had a season with Monaco.
But what I mean is, like, he played in that Monaco team, man. He bossed City in that semi-final.
But the thing is, that Monaco team, Bernardo Silva was more highlighted. So was Mbappe. So was Falcao.
Okay, sorry, bro.
And Lamar. he wasn't the star guy like to be that kind of baller in my opinion.
All right, fine then. Khalid
I've got
Boris.
the ultimate.
No,
Man.
you're joking.
I know I've got the ultimate one.
Slams, what's yours?
Man, this guy, listen, this guy could find space in a cubicle with a Big Show, bro. Like, it's so good, man. It's Ravel Morrison, man. He's baller. I watched him.
Charlotte, who's yours?
Can I be a dick first and then say my real one?
Yeah, go on.
Big one.
Pulisic. But I'm going to say my real one now.
I thought you were going to say Timo, but never mind.
Nah.
We can forget about that play. We don't want to remember.
Michy Batshuayi for me. He turned up in the Conte kind of era and then died down. Nothing really happened. Then he got sold off. And for me, that was real disappointment, because I thought he had real potential, to be honest.
Really?
After Indiana's, can I give some honourable mentions?
Such a surprise transfer.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to say JJ Okocha, man, because I think he was the best player I've ever seen in the Premier League without winning major titles. In terms of his ability. No, I think he's better than Harry Kane. His ability on the ball. His ability on the ball was just outstanding. But you have to be a certain age to remember him, I suppose.
There's Papa Cisse, there's Cisse, you've got Demba, Graziano Pella, Yannick Balassi,
Nobby Solano.
Listen. He's not done yet, but I reckon he will be. Saint Maximin will be a streets will never forget baller.
I don't think he's done enough.
Do you man reckon Robinho is? Robinho.
No. Robinho was levels though.
But we remember him for a different reason.
Yeah.
You remember?
Oh my god.
That's not why we remember Robinho.
Let me say mine in the show.
It's gonna say Pogba.
I'm actually not.
Don't say Traore.
Wait, Prom, can I just say one more thing quickly before you say? Can I just say one more thing? Do you think Wilfried Zaha will be a streets will never forget player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sorry, Prime. Go on.
I can't believe you guys are only saying Premier League.
If you say Pogba, bro, I swear I'm leaving.
Literally.
No, I'm not. I just said I can't believe you guys are only saying Premier League. But
Okay, well, who are you saying, Brian?
If we are only sticking with Premier League players, I'm not going to say Pogba because that's, even though it's probably accurate.
Oh, El Ferrari would be one.
I'm going to go Anthony Martial.
Oh my god. Let's see if that makes sense. Hold on, let me think.
It just runs deep.
No, to be fair, he's got a point. I kind of, because he's got the whole meme of the black gloves, the cold nights,
Ballon d'Or thing. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ice cold Martial.
Actually, let me not even say this. Bye.
Pogba's welcome.